Hi everybody, how's it going today? Thanks for watching. I'm in a field of ours here. We're just spreading some fertilizer today on our first field that's going to be planted to corn, and they started spreading fertilizer this morning. Tyson, a neighbor of ours, one of his guys is out fertilizer spreader in this field, and I following him here with the field cultivator. I'm going to work this fertilizer in and also prepare the seed bed for planting corn here, maybe tomorrow or the next day, depending on how things go for Tyson today with his corn planter. They just got going here a little bit ago. We've got a couple of trucks with fertilizer sitting there, and you guys probably can't quite see him, but he's spreading fertilizer down on the far side of this field here. So hopefully, he can go pretty quick, and I'll go take a look at him here in a second because Sam is coming to take over for me. He just finished up with what he was doing. Did want to mention it's probably a few days or a few weeks late by the time you guys see this, but it's Mother's Day today, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. It takes several moms to keep our operation going, from my wife to my mom to my mother-in-law, who helps out a lot as well. Wouldn't be able to do it without all the moms that are part of our family. But we're putting a little bit of nitrogen down and some sulfur, and the idea is we put liquid manure here on this field last fall, and Sam's waiting for me right there. I'm going to make one more round. We put liquid manure on this field in the fall, and working with our seed guy Tim, and he's got some agronomy people he works with. They'd like to try to put a little extra nitrogen down just to see if we can increase corn yields a little bit. We are leaving some checks in all of our fields just to see if there is a difference or not in yield. And then the idea behind the sulfur is sulfur helps make nitrogen available to the plant, and in theory supposedly also helps boost protein levels and possibly digestibility levels in crops. So I'm not sure how much there is to that, but that's why we're putting some sulfur down here. So we'll see how things look here during the growing season, but that's what we're working on here today. So this is that cultivator that we had painted up here a few weeks ago. Seems to be doing a nice job. When I swap over with Sam, I'll show you guys what it looks like out there. It's a little windy out here, but I want to show you guys this quickly so you can see here's fertilizer on the ground. And that's where it's worked in. next day here. Yesterday was kind of a crazy day, but beginning of the day here anyways. We got 2 quarters done. 180 acres and 120 acres. Tyson actually started planting on the 180 acre piece here this morning. He came by at 10:30 last night and he was going again before the sun came up this morning, so he's pushing it to try to get this corn in, and we've got kind of a difficult decision to make here today. We've got rain coming tomorrow night, which isn't a bad thing, but then we also have temperatures in the 30s at night the following day, and really all through the weekend and Saturday we have a frost warning, so that is not going to be good for these corn seeds. So we need to decide how much corn we're going to put in the ground today, and then potentially call it quits and just wait for warmer weather. Been talking with our seed guy and he's recommending that we hold off on planting, but that's easy to say for someone that doesn't have cows to feed. Because it is a little risky if we don't put any corn in the ground now and it keeps raining like it did last year and we don't put corn in the ground until June, well then we're going to be kicking ourselves. But the problem is if we put corn in the ground now, we get that cold rain, cold temperatures, we could potentially lose 25% of our stand, or have 25% of the seeds not germinate, and that is not ideal either, but 75% is better than 0% in my eyes. So we'll likely put some corn in the ground and then quit, but I guess you guys will find out here either later this video, or I suppose probably gonna be the next video, because I think I might end the video here so that it doesn't get too long. But helped Sam change a couple of shovels here this morning. We had one shank broke off yesterday. Told him to just keep going yesterday. We replaced that this morning, and I just wanted to come see how it was going out here. Looks like we're still doing a really good job. He's the plan here, so this is 3 quarters. He's on mile-long rounds here at the moment. We're gonna finish these 2 quarters all the way around, so that Tyson can get started when he gets over here on these 2 quarters, and then we're going to continue on the 1 quarter to the east, get that done, and then we've got about 400 acres at the dairy. We're going to get that worked because fertilizer was spread on that yesterday, and we have probably kind of changed plans a couple of times yesterday. Because we're potentially not going to plant everything, we're going to leave the stuff at home until after the rain if we decide to go that route, because I think that'll dry out the quickest after it rains. So we were originally going to do that 400 acres first, then come to this field, but now we kind of changed things. So now we're kind of rushing to get this field prepped for Tyson before he gets here, because he's got a 24-row high-speed planter, and I don't know how many acres he plants per hour, but it must be around 60, so he moves pretty quick. I didn't ask him, but he must have put in 700 acres last night, or yesterday all day, so that was on 1 field. So it goes pretty quick, but if we put all the corn in the ground and a bunch doesn't germinate, that's not going to do us much good anyway. That's not going to do us much good either, but kind of a difficult decision, to be honest. The experts, or the recommended decision, is probably to wait, but my experience says we probably should put some corn in the ground. But I guess you guys will find out how it goes, and we'll find out if it was the right decision or not in a few weeks' time. Before I forget, we have an open house on June 1st, so every 2 years we have an open house at our farm, so it'll be hamburgers, hot dogs, guided tours around our farm. If you're interested in seeing our farm, our open house will be from 11 to 3. I had to check to make sure. I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to tell you guys the wrong time. But 11 to 3 on June 1st. If you're interested in seeing our farm, everybody's welcome. Hopefully it'll be a nice day. always try to typically do the first Sunday in June, which happens to be on the 1st this year. But I think we'll end the video here. I appreciate you guys watching. Questions, comments, post them down below, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video.